Alright. Oh, woo! Welcome back, guys. I've mostly just been, kind of like birthday week relaxing the last few days. Especially after the 12-hour stream. I had my actual birthday that next day, hanging out with my nephews. And we got some nice Indian food, and we had some cheesecake, because it's my birthday, and we're gonna have cheesecake. Basically. And it was fun enough. It was pretty low-key. Just like my parents, my nephews. I got a little cash mostly. I didn't really have a bunch of items I want. More, I have like games on Steam that I want, so. And then yesterday I basically just like chilled out and relaxed for the most part. Yeah. But I figured I may as well come back on and stream today because I'm feeling nice today and I want to complete a couple of things that I didn't get the chance to complete because we're on 6.5 now, but like 6.45 or something like that. 6.4 something, they dropped the last set of Hildibrand quests, and I never did that because I was unsubbed at the time, right? So now that I am subscribed for at least the next month, probably only the next month for now, I'm basically just catching up on stuff that I've missed. I know I have a bunch of like Island Sanctuary new levels and stuff like that I can do. I'll do that on my own time. I don't care about like doing that on stream. But some of the story stuff will be fun. Plus, I think there's a new tier of Manderville weapon. I believe there's a third tier of Manderville weapon. I think I need to finish the storyline to get there. But of course, I went with my kitty cat PI detective look, right? And Black Hayate over here, who's just like my faithful little detective hound. So, that's always fun to do. Agents unknown, huh? Barely contain NPCs. Sure. Eager to resume our investigations. I know I am. You recall that scrap of alien starship we recovered? Inspector Brandehild has employed his unsettling calculative of capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater hull, and he has concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repairs. The most likely scenario, then, is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage, along with Poo-Poo's acquaintance. I forgot the alien was named Poo-Poo. Oh my god. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who that unknown agent might be. After all, there is a singular shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, let's head over to Kama first. The inspector and the others are staying in a dwelling there. I'd rather not explain myself twice. Come on, okay. I can probably just run it, but probably be about the same either way. Although with having to go back towards the center and then back out again, maybe not. Is that her stalker? Ugh, of course he's here. The guy's becoming like more and more obvious with every patch. I love our digital 3D model with low poly Brandyhild. 'Tis horrible misfortune, Ash. Calamitous even. Poor Master Poo-Poo is fallen gravely ill. Oh, he has he? He's so bluish green. More so, I mean. Could he have caught a cold? Suppose it was quite chilly up there and got him old. Poo-Poo is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body? Yup! Do it! Nash's delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the inspector himself can attest. Do it, Nashu, the best delights. The absolute best delights. Good gods, Nashu. You'll blow our host's domicile to pieces. Put him away. Aww. Don't make her not blow things up. If I may, when I was cloned from the inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the starship's archives. Certain gaps in his knowledge? You mean like all of it? This information included an encyclopedic understanding of Master Poo-Poo's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. A Xenoman hybrid mind. That explains the impossible calculations. And calculate. Calculating. Ding. I have it. Master Poo-Poo is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. God's grant me strength. The common cold. So visitor to Edirus, Master Poo-Poo has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection, more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! 'Tis just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicines do him more harm than good? They almost certainly would, based on the results of my analysis. However, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. And ingredients you shall have. So what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Poo-Poo's collected samples. Otherwise, there are only two which we lack. First of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the cachapa, which wander salt winds welcome. Ah, the slaughtering of a monstrous opponent. Sounds like a job for Ash. It always does. Oh yeah, I forgot I was wearing the new hairstyle. I kind of like the new hairstyle when I'm wearing this hat, because the braids on the side are pretty interesting. I'm not a big fan of, like, the front and the top of the new hairstyle and just how, like, feathery it is. Like wisps of hair flying off in every which direction is not really my thing. But with the hat on and just, like, the lower part of the hair like this, it looks pretty good. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as Dabshroom, which I am hoping can be found among the Great Work's extensive stock of alchemical reagents. Very well. Nashu, DeLeon, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I'd ask you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patient. Inspector Branderhill, you're such an expert in all things Thavner. I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusions from simple observations, nothing more. As I said, I am hoping the alchemist has the Dabshroom we need, but it really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Yeah, so I still have to do both. Makes sense. Let us not prolong Master Poo-Poo's suffering a moment longer. I love the way that every single section of Hildibrand's story, like, finds a new investigator, like DeLeon here, or, like, all the idiots we found in the past, and we, like, break them and then remake them stupider than they were before. Seems we have a job to do. But the discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Alrighty then. Giant tortoise liver. Hildibrand. Time for us to go shoot the crap out of a big turtle. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm using the wrong hotbar there. See if I can remember what I'm doing here. Oh, never mind. Let's see if I can remember my rotate. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. I didn't realize my machinist was quite that good of an eye level that I just blew through a level 90 enemy. I assume level 90. Oh, maybe they're not level 90 actually here. I didn't even look. Yeah, actually on this side of Thavner, they're probably in the 80-somethings. On the later section of Thavner, they would have been closer to 90, but even then, they probably aren't at 90. Ah, Ash. With every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us. The alchemist said the fungus has few applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time. I must put my keen inspector's sense to work. Stand back whilst I attune myself with the essence of the dank. Attune myself with the essence of the dank. Oh my god, what are all these memes in my head? Why? Why? Oh god. Damp. The word is damp shroom, and you'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. 'Tis close, my friends. Getting closer and closer even as we speak. Yep. I hear you folk are in the market for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell if you're interested. I love that the title is Trustworthy Trader and he looks like the most shifty motherfucker I've ever seen. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then. You'd give me a moment to retrieve the goods. We can finalize our transaction up on the perfumed rice. Was it genuine clairvoyant? Or sheer coincidence? Not sure anymore. Though in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildibrand, preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up on his timely offer. Dude, you're... like... I'm not gonna say Nashu is ever gonna realize that you're stalking her or in love with her or any of that stuff, but you're being aggressively more blatantly obvious than ever before. Like, 5 feet behind them, just running after them. Where is he? There's no way he's not here. No way he's not here. He's gotta be on one of these rocks. No. One of the bushes, maybe? Oh well. Yep, this totally trustworthy merchant. Oh. Ah, you're here. Good, good. Here is the damp shroom, as promised. Oh, glad we are for your assistance. Ta-ta. Not so fast. There is still the matter of payment. Of course. How much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, couldn't let it go for less than 1,000,000 gil. These fucking Thavnair shysters are so blatantly obvious every time. Like, they're really not that good, considering Thavnair is this massive trade hub. You'd think these scam artists would be better at, like, scamming people. 1,000,000 gil for one measly mushroom? That's outright robbery. A bargain, I counter. You would pay tenfold my price in the markets. Thought to do you a kindness in light of your urgent need. But I am more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity. Or I just pull out my gun, shoot him, and we walk away with what's probably not even the right thing. Ashu, how fare we for coin? Plum out, Inspector? Then this is a prickly pickle. We do obtain sufficient funds at such short notice. Dude, I am not dishing out 1,000,000 gil for what's most likely not even the actual item. Have an orchestrion roll collecting problem. Gotta buy them all, unless my savings have returned to oblivion. Oh my god, that's too good. Oh, I really want to just pretend like I'm asleep, but that's a good one. I might spend the last of my savings just to get returned to oblivion. Oh god, it's too good. It's too good. Oh god, it's too good. Way too good. If that's the way of it, then I shall beg father for the necessary amount. Saving Master Poo-Poo's life is worth every gil. I absolutely have enough money to pay for this, but there's no fucking way I'm giving 1,000,000 gil to this obvious scam artist. I won't even know if calling him an artist is giving proper credit. He's not a scam artist. He's a generic, like, 2-bit con man. Give that man nothing. You're under arrest by the Radiant Host, you fucking con man. Where have you now? Deceitful scum, your swindling days are over. Obviously. Anzadhan City Guard at your service. Would receive reports of this man's questionable activities, and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damp shrooms is a rare find in the bazaar, to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it. The price this charlatan quoted you was quite frankly ludicrous. Thanks to your ignorance and poor judge of character, we were able to catch him in the act. Thanks, buddy. Token of our gratitude, you're welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. It is very, magnanimous of you. Also, assuming it's a real thing, although, given that the Radiant Host just said that no one ever wants this, there's no demand for it, that's why it's not really ever around and is so rare, right? It probably is the real thing, then, if it's, like, worthless. You think I enjoy tricking fools out of their coin? If that bastard hadn't declared my job redundant, I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low. Blames a rising star among the merchant princes for his woes. Varnudi, I believe his name was. Purchased the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy. Put a lot of people out of work. Van Hoody. I know that name. Something about an acquisitions deal gone sour. Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Harnish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety. Truly, there's no telling how deep the coffers of this Van Hoody are. Nor do any know the secret of how he has amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast. Whispers, though, that he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary of problems, transmutation of base metal into gold. He's obviously a con man. Unlikely to say the least, but whatever the source of Van Hoody's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He's bought a historic temple to serve as his home, commissioned a private airship, among other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh? Oh, that swindling case had barely started before you sold it, Inspector. All in a day's work, my dear Nashu. Believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Branderhill, shall we? Oh God. I may have modified his lordship with the secret of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Look at our man carrying his head around. Oh, and there's the stalker chasing after us again. Like, seriously. Inspector Hildibrand tells me you have the liver to go along with his damp crew. Yup. A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredient in the airship, so let us convey Master Poo-Poo outside, that we may administer his medicine as soon as it is ready. I know it's supposed to be like an FF8 reference, but every time I look at Poo-Poo, I can't help but just think of, Sparky, I think his name was, from Chrono Cross. Like, it's so bad. Every time aliens show up in, like, medieval fantasy RPG stuff is hilarious. It should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment. Man, I can't wait to find out how I get that mount. Cause just dangling there from the light beam is hilarious. I don't know how you get the mount. I would have suspected it would be something to do with Hildibrand since it's the spaceship, but I don't know. And I don't know if they've said yet how you get that one. I feel so much better. Cannot thank you all enough. Master Poo-Poo recovered his strength in mere moments. It would seem his powers of recuperation are just as advanced as his technology. The dude's just holding up a couple of twigs to pretend like he's a bush. Oh my god. I came here from another world. A stranger you've no cause to trust, and yet you've treated me so kindly. The people of this star are so very welcoming. Some of them. Some of them are just friendly idiots. You're a dear friend now, Master Poo-Poo. 'Tis our pleasure to help. Every time they close in on this hour, man, it's just like to Luga's face. And it will be my pleasure to harm. Quick, let's kick him into the stars again. Oh, calculating. What I love is he doesn't just think super fast, but he can apparently assume this position of sitting down like that super fast too. Is that a drained, like, shard of ether? Because that's what it looks like. Or maybe not so drained. Maybe that was just the weird sepia filter. I'm not falling for the same trick twice! Who's gonna win here? Okay. Uh-oh, not Brandy Hild! He hasn't quite mastered the art of burying his head in the dirt when he crashes. Oh, God, Hildy! Oh my God, his calculations are so goofy. The terrible crayon drawings and everything. And falls on his head. Oh my God, don't. Who knows what direction it's gonna reflect doing this. Also, that's a Coblin, that's not a crystal. Just hold it up, idiot. Just blocks with his bare body. Yep, sure. Basketball. Coblin basketball. Oh my God. Great, both of our Hildies are down. You did once. Oh, nice of you to open your mouth like a basketball hoop, idiot. She basically spent like thousands of hours just playing the stupid basketball game up in the gold saucer. Great, Nasher. Oh my God. She's probably much better at it than I am. I hate that game. And swish. Oh, off the rim. It is. And kick it. Dunk. Oh my God, every time with the Warrior of Light. The Warrior of Light gets like more personality in the Hildibrand quest than he does in the MSQ, man. Just junk it. Not again. I love that Nachi gets a layup and I dunk it. It was so bad. Oh my God. The last two quest lines, I think I should have dressed him up in like a gym or workout outfit rather than the detective outfit. Took the full force of the destructive beam, yet there you stand, somewhat singed, but apparently unharmed. Trust me, the one thing Hildy's got going for him is his endurance. Wondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortitude of yours, and feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien? A fine jest, but I assure you I am without a doubt an old Dawn-born Mandeville of terrestrial Huron stock. He's Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. What more do you need to know? Where to even begin? Never mind. We have more pressing matters. Such as locating Master Poo-Poo's missing comrade. It's time we reopen the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly. I have a firm theory as to who it was that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. How about the super rich, shady dude that just popped up in the story? How about him? The Charlians. Or not. All but certain they've allied with insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. Their extraterrestrials aren't quite like Pikmin. Theirs are more like stuffed rabbits. Like stuffed animals. But you will find what we're looking for in Old Charlie. We need only infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy. Charlians can't be bothered to formally ally with foreign nations, much less aliens, and the Loperites don't count. They'd sooner flee the star than attempt to subjugate it. The Loperites don't count. But Master Delia's theory does lack supporting facts. We have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand that Charlian sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Mayhap the experts have been tracking extraterrestrial movements. I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Hey, my friend, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Charlian immediately. Are we really gonna go to Charlian and have a whole chunk of questline that leads to nothing, only to come back here and like deal with this shady merchant who's buying up all the businesses or whatever? Oh my god. An entire worthless chunk. Not from around here. Charlian awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination? So this experimental etherite will allow us to teleport thither even absent attunement? Splendid! We shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. Wow! They actually brought back the fact that Yedlamad's the etherite is an experimental one. Interesting that it can work from both angles, though. Although that may not be the etherite that I'm teleporting to. It may be a separate... Yeah, I think it is actually a separate one. Hildibrand and Old Charlian. Or is it this one? No. Definitely can't teleport from here. I thought the experimental one that we put down was actually, like, smaller. It had a slightly different shape. Maybe not. Maybe that was only for the cutscene. It doesn't look like it's actually sitting in the village anywhere. Because it'd probably be up around here somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's actually here. Or maybe it was the big one. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. That was just story. It would have been interesting if they actually made it so that you could, like, click on the Aetheryte in Yedlamod and be, like, teleport to Old Charlian. That would be very interesting for people who don't want to, like, spend the gil teleporting that distance all the time, using that as, like, a waypoint between the two. So where's the stalker now? Maybe he'll only show up in cutscene. There he is. He's puking his guts out. Ether sickness from the teleport. Looks like Dillion is also suffering from it. So this is the city of learning. Sophisticated gentlemen should feel right at home here. Why did you all not stick to your stomachs? Experimental Aetherites make travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes I feel as though I am the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. You are. But you're also not normal. Like, the only normal person is a stretch. Mr. Alien Conspiracy Man. But this is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it, the Charlians, secret agents, travel the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home in service to a confidential research project. The project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. But to find answers, then that's where we need to look. Secret agents? You mean gleaners? Labyrinthos, not a military facility. Bro, I've already got, like, free reign of every step of Labyrinthos at this point. These gleaner chaps sound like they might know a thing or two. I say we pay them a visit in their little underground base. Simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Then let us be on our way. Oh, he's actually just right up there. Alright. I think I need to go into the main area to get to the elevator. I honestly don't remember. It's usually if I need to go to Labyrinthos, I just teleport. Forgot just how long this is. Oh god. Forgot Cheating Way was here playing Triple Triad. A little bit giving away the game by naming yourself that, but I guess if you're looking for a name that suits you. Looks like it's through here. Thank God for Peloton. Like, I am so sick of demanding at this point that they make sprint a toggle. Thank God for Peloton, because apparently they're never going to make sprint a toggle, even though it's the most obvious thing in the universe to do. These must be the lifts in question. Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, sir? apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can allow them entrance. If it is assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy. The man with the busted up outfit. You look like the shadiest motherfuckers in existence. Alien. Crazy alien abduction man. And low poly. Weird creature. I could certainly make some judgments, but that is neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy. You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours. Admit it. Xenotechnology? Sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Yet again do our paths cross in the most serendipitous fashion. Oh my god. Father, what business brings you to Charlian? I'm in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of the Mandeville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here in Labyrinthos, as you also seem to have business down below. This is my son and his bosom companions. To vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them to board the lift? Master God of Mandeville, the Forum sent word of your impending arrival. Warning, more like. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, just enough people, because I've already got permission. No, not your current mission, but for the time being, suggest you accompany me to the Archeon. Oh, Stalker Man can't get through, though. You're not part of the entourage, idiot. Wonder if he's actually gonna find a way past them and into the into Labyrinthos, though. That would be interesting if he does that. That would be kind of impressive. Like goofy little whistle in this. I don't know why they had that goofy little whistle in the friggin' track for Labyrinthos, but I love it. Oh man, let me get a drink of water real quick. In fact, I think I'm gonna take a quick break. Go get a snack and everything. I'll go ahead and run a few minutes of ads while I'm taking a break. Hop up, walk around, stretch your legs, stretch out, go to the bathroom, grab a drink, grab a snack, all the usuals, and we will be back in a few minutes. It's slash commercial, right? And it will be like that. My stream is still live, not everyone gets a commercial. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, then. Oh, wow. By running ads for 3 minutes, you really do get a full hour. I didn't think they'd let you do that. Anywho. Alright, going on break. See you guys in a few minutes. So we wind up misspelling modeled upon no one in particular. No, really. Modeled upon no one in particular. Yep, no one in particular. Honor a certain individual with a mammoth likeness, but knowing that it would go against his wishes to do so, the artisans of the crystalline mean came up with a perfect solution. Make a mammoth likeness anyway, but give it a vague name. That makes everything alright, right? By any other name, I would still be a rose, Master Rose. Oh my god. Call it Wind Up Mistel. It's just Graha. Just make it Graha. Who cares? Oh god, here it is. Calculating. 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 Idiocy achieved.
Is that
Yeah,
you?
never sells
Oh my
one.
god, that makeup,
Makeup
and that dress.
Nailed it. I know.
Yep,
Thank you. Moving on.
That's the best part of like the entire game. Oh my god,
You
all
good?
that makeup and that
Yeah,
dress. Nailed it.
bit
I know.
woozy,
Moving
but
on.
I'll manage.
Nailed it. Thank you. Moving on.
Hey Tifa, how you doing? Okay. Oh.
You can't.
Okay. Good to know.
Guys, I learned phlegma too.
So now you can phlegma 2 balls?
Stop.
That's hard to get away. Can the developers?
Oh! Look, guys, all your fan fictions have come to life. I'm writing Xenos.
You struggle in vain. You will not silence our song of oblivion.
I immediately regret that line.
Well, doing stuff. What the fuck? My twin? Hello?
You
It's
know
actually
what?
a pretty aura.
Oh.
Hold on.
Wadiadol Wolfia. Oh my
Okay.
god, he's here! He's here! He's
What?
here! He came to visit us! Hello, sir!
Welcome.
Wait, okay, fine. Because you came to visit me, you can chance at my hat. My true visage. There you go.
Where have you been? When you did not return, we visited the northern gates and found the area astir with night activity. You left the hamlet to aid wounded scouts. You could have been killed, or eaten, or killed then eaten, or eaten then killed. Head this way to grab the gold one, and then I can circle back around for the others. Oops. Completely missed the jump button. Actually, I probably need to put him in, there you go. Fair. There. Yeah, the whole time we were in hiders, Shadow's like, yeah, I know where you are. And so as soon as Shadow got, I'm like, yep, I'm done. Shadow just walked up and sat down with me. Thing. Okay. Oh my god. Get a real good look at me, eh, Baron? Fart, 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 fart. Baron. Oh my god, Baron.
Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
As far as I know. Wait. Check. Am I missing my fangs? My tail's still good, right?
Then you've a good stout
Tail's still
collection
there, right?
through which all your belongings, great and small, may.
Wait, one more part to this. There you go.
You got the bee's knees. Oh,
Oh, what is wrong with you?
everything's wrong with him. Dude.
That is a long conversation. Just talk to Emmerich about all the crazy shenanigans the Warrior of Light gets up to day to day. You wouldn't believe it. This weird, adorable little cat girl handed me a book and told me to go out and kill a bunch of primals and stuff.
Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
And then these gods broke out of a prison up in the sky, and me and my friends had to get together and go kill them all. And oh yeah, we spent weeks fishing. Now that was a real dangerous adventure. I suppose you have a point. It wouldn't be very Inspector-like to blow innocents to Kingdom Come. But then again... I'm so used to just always getting Crystal Tower because I was leveling everything up from 50, but now that it's all 60, I should be able to get the Sky Pirate stuff, which I have actually once or twice. So at least now I know it's I don't know for certain it's always going to be Crystal Tower. If it's Crystal Tower, I will die. You were saying, JJ. Y'all elected a blind cat boy to lead you around. I'm surprised we're getting as far as we did. Was that north or south first?
I couldn't see because I couldn't see it.
I think that was south.
Everyone's going to the.
Okay, south. I know it was west before east.
I will suffer no
Fine.
obstacles.
Cross over.
No matter the foe.
Like, you all were the ones who elected a self-proclaimed idiot to do callouts. You're lucky if we make it anywhere in this fight.
Rescue shame.
I have a macro ethereal manipulation to specifically Vi.
Yeah, don't trust me.
Thank you, Bryce.
If you know, you know.
I
don't know. Please tell me later.
Apparently there's a lot of respects being paid.
Alright. Whew. We are back. We are done with the ads. Yes. Okay then. It'd be good. For, you know, another hour. Then we'll see. Alright, let's continue on with this. Like I said, I really want to try and get the third tier Manderville weapon. I really should get the Manderville weapon for Machinist, but I don't really play Machinist in the high-end content very much. I don't think I've ever played DPS in like the end-game content stuff that I've done, like Savage Raiding and stuff like that. Which is why I pushed to get the Manderville weapons for Paladin first, I believe, and then with the Excess, I think I got one other. Was it Dancer? Sage? I don't remember which it was. No. What Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Aetheris. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk. A shiny silver saucer? I'm sorry, but we have no record of any such object in our archives, either whole or in part. Or so you would have us believe. The purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. I cannot deny that you're conducting secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thomazine, but it was neither for military purposes nor of extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your foul lies with a sprinkling of the truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself, and then everyone will hear what you're really up to. You know these scholars are probably sick and tired of dealing with these idiots already. Well, I cannot assist you with your missing craft. I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here. You do? And where was this, pray tell? At Merial Agronomics, in the medical circuit, or medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Really? Did an actual alien get yours, or just something sort of similar? Well, seems you found yourselves a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and good day. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the agent of inquiry and friends is in order. To Mariel Agronomics we go. I could probably just teleport, but it's not that far. I waste more time flying around Labyrinthos when I'm doing hunt trains. Like, this is easy. Midlander agriculture. Description would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the Mandragoras hereabout. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, I'm not sure if I can be much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck asking the older hands. You must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Not a mandra, you say? And the only other bluish things I can think of around here are the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. Oh yeah, have they changed the squapes to be even higher poly count? No, not so much. They're definitely not squapes anymore, but they're still basically what they were when I came through here on 6.0. Have you perchance come across an individual resembling this delightful blue ragamuffin here? Oh my god, is she hanging out with the Mandragoras? Mr. Poo-Poo has found a new friend. Maybe they can help us find the old one. Could anyone ever mistake me for a Mandragora? We look nothing alike. God. Yes, the little blue man. Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did. And it was no Mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual there, only this, friend you described was scuttling along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long. Huzzah! We've actually got someone who saw them. Wonderful. That corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question, in fact, and will bring him to talk to us shortly. Squirreled out of this farmer, like she didn't offer it up willingly and happily. It's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, and you brought someone who's practically identical. Must be the same species, surely. My friend was really here then? They certainly were. Give a moment or 3, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavner on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance. The wagon they rode upon bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As a collector by trade, I have a certain weakness for oddities. I hailed the apothecary to inquire after his company and cargo. I was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict, there would be a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he'd anticipated, however. He was soon forced to abandon his venture. So the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery ship and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield. Cannot be a coincidence. Story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Rod's at Han. His guests wished to make repairs to the craft, yet even amongst the wonders of the bazaar, they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos. After they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thomazin engineers who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. When the engineers followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Marion. Then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The repairs then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but being typical Charlians, I wagered they would have happily forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square elm of that ship. I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. That little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world, you think? Or so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Fafnerian truth, you see. Love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. Oh god, the like one person in the world who actually reads his rag. But I rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Can it be true? I have a readership in Charlian. Perhaps I've misjudged these people. It would seem your comrade is hale and healthy, Master Poo-Poo, and in the company of a Hanish alchemist of undisclosed description. This is wonderful news. I am grateful indeed that we made the journey. I have a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Rod's at Han and continue the search. Oh, you know what? Maybe the big merchant who's purchasing up all the shops and super rich and everything suddenly isn't some horrible con artist. Maybe he's just the one who found the alien, and the alien is sort of sharing some of his tech or things like that with him, and it's helping him make big buck. Back rods. That'd be interesting. But, are they here? No, they're actually right here. Over there. They're there. Summarize our findings. We now know Master Poo-Poo's friend is safe and in the company of a Hanish gentleman. Possibly here on this very isle. Well, that does sound promising. Father, you returned to the city. Trust this means your own investigation was successful? That it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Mandeville relic, within which slumbers the secrets of weapon augmentation. Yet though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. Reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefathers. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, how he thus surrendered it into Charlian's safekeeping for study. Trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Charlians never did find time to conduct their analysis. Custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archeon, still awaiting processing. Seriously? Like hundreds of years later? Here it is. An oddity every bit as perplexing as Hildibrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom? Alien man? I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandavillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded. Holy fuck, they're aliens! The Mandervilles are descended from aliens. It makes perfect sense. The Mandervillians. Starfaring Mandervillians? This highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technologies. Our people shared ideas and inventions. I'm quite familiar with your family's relic. If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever images were stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however. Let us retire to our rooms in Kama and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. You descended from aliens, bro. That's perfect sense. There goes the stalker. Mandavillians. Coincidental naming. Is there some deeper connection? Yes. Absolutely yes. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us. Oh boy. Uh-huh. It's just a horrible, horrible, cheesy, like, in front of a light screen production by one of their ancestors. Here's how you build this. Oh my god, he's just as bad as they all are. I'm Hildibrand, Wanderer of Stars and Weaponsmith Extraordinaire. Wanderer of Stars, oh god. Most Lord of House Mandeville. This is the Hildibrand, our founding father. Like, obviously. I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. Tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of this star, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandavillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. They're aliens! What the hell are you doing? Oh my god, terrible shadow puppets. Mandavillians are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms. Is that a goblin? Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host's mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new form with steel-like resilience. I knew there was something alien about that impossible imperviousness. Then through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring, which harbor the next generation of Mandavillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes to the stars in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. God. Till tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Oh, really? Every planet upon which we Mandavillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares. Oh, yep. That's the, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All these shapes, man, I desperately, like, all these shapes are so familiar from, like, Final Fantasies to me, but I can't pin them all down. Other than the Coblin was pretty obvious. But, like, the Parasite life form, I'm sure I've seen something like that, I think, in this game before. But I can't pick where. And then the transformed, like, Final Days versions of them, I don't know. I only saw for a second, but they did look familiar. That sounds rather familiar. Though even stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the Final Days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upwards into the starry night. Yeah, like the final world that he came to was one that was protected from Dynamis, right? Which makes sense that he was able to finally create like a family here. We flew and flew until we found a planet. Your planet. Untouched by the phenomenon, the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. Crashed. Figures. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. Even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the falling star. As a rule, Mandavillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. Even knowing that you would completely supplant his, like, will? That's impressive. Oh, he was himself afflicted with an incurable malady. That makes a little more sense. The little time left to live seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another. This blessing I set about transferring my essence. Man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now mine. I love that Godbrand's wife is also a psycho wielding a frying pan. Like, apparently the Vanderbills have a type. So, there's that. Went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass and together we had a child. Kids. Although not pure Mandavillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology. A boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Mandeville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile. Yet as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. Oh! Okay, so his wife and kid totally know he's an alien.
Oh, hey, babe.
Hey, Baron. Hey, Baron. I'm just catching up on the Hildy stuff. As the last of the Mandavillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ your superlative attributes, and my army of Mandeville armaments, for the benefit of these wonderful peoples whom I hold in the highest regard. Good to know that Godbrand is just as insane as all the others. It's all hereditary, both the alien physiology and the insanity. What an astounding development. Flooding the house with her manly tears. Doing the MSQ, yeah, he's the progenitor of the weirdness, yup. I also love the fact that Godbrand married a woman who runs around like a psycho with a frying pan. It's good to know the Mandervilles have a type. I, Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big nor too small should it be in service to my fellow man. Rushes off to be an Inquisitor Extraordinaire. He learns he's descended from an extraterrestrial being, and it's still business as usual. I mean, this is the Mandervilles you're talking about, dude. They're not going to have any deep insight. I think in a moment they kind of suggest that an Alabama-type situation may have... Oh, God. Oh, my God. I really hope not. Like, I really hope all the wives aren't descended from the family line as well, because they really have a type then. But wait a minute. Then why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? This one, you mean? This moment? Yeah, why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Oh, what? This one, yes. Well, luckily for us, they only suggested she might be descendant of aliens as well. They didn't specifically say it was inbred Mandervillian aliens. So hopefully she's descended from another alien species. That would be the most hilarious thing I could ever think of. If the Mandervillian showed up and possessed a guy here in this world, and then, like, another alien showed up and was the woman he married, or some shit, and it's like one big family line that's, like, branched off from there or something, that'd be hilarious. Of course, we'd be back to inbred, but still that'd be hilarious. Just like by happenstance, 2 aliens ended up here. This is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. But I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. Family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that... but 'tis unimportant. Oh, this moment. Yeah, he might have just been implying...
Yeah, I have 2 younger brothers. I'm the oldest of 3, and I've got a sister who's the love of my life. Yo.
It did seem, though, that Godbert might be implying the family tree doesn't have quite as many branches as it should. But we'll see. Present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection for Godbrand and for the good of our star. Before I forget, I have a gift for you, Ash. Pray await me at the Aetheryte Plaza, and I shall bring it to you forthwith. I might go do the Manderville relic thing right now. Because it's pretty short, and it'd be nice to have that. Although, I really ought to do it on Machinist if I'm doing this, but the one that I have that's ready to level up would be my Paladin one. I think my Paladin one. Wait. My Sage might have... No, he's still using Diadokos? Why am I still using Diadokos on the Sage? That's stupid. Whatever. My Paladin is amazing, which I believe is Tier 2. Yeah, because I don't think Tier 1 had a glow. So I believe this is Tier 2. What about other classes? I thought I did one with, like... Dancer. What is my machinist anyway? Oh my god, he's still using the 89 gun. That's stupid. I think I might have started on Dancer, but that's only tier 1. Yeah, the only one I have that's ready to level up is Paladin. Okay. I do want to hit up Godbird, but where is he? Okay, he's back down there. He told me to talk to him in the Aetheryte Plaza, though. Leon, that's gonna finish up that quest, I think. I'll head down to the High Crucible. Although, wait a minute. No, that's just the repeating one. I probably have to finish up with the Leon before I can talk to Godbert, don't I? Yeah, that's probably it. That might be the case. Back to my private dick. Considering it's Manderville, I really should have done one for Machinist, but I'm not really using Machinist too often outside of the Manderville stuff. Some truths can shatter the foundations of our beliefs when brought to light, but I have to say this wasn't one of them. A more staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in Charlian. Those who peruse my publications are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception, without exception. I have misjudged the Charlian people. They are not collaborators or the architects of conspiracy, but seekers of knowledge and afraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. That Master Poo-Poo, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have need of your strength when he shows his true colors. Sure, pal. I hope you've not been waiting too long. Yep, there he is. This is the gift I mentioned. Master Poo-Poo's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weapon smithing sessions. Oh my god, I have a Poo-Poo minion? Great. Thought it only fitting that you be the one to care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. Suggested intertwining of certain branches of the proverbial Mandervillian oak may have contributed to Hildibrand being able to take seemingly more damage than most of them, but also being proportionally wacky and lacking in common sense. Like he's stupider, but even more buff. Baby! And as for our Manderville weaponry project, I believe my ancestor's artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvements. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Geralt, and I shall endeavor to join you with utmost celerity. Till then, my dear Ash. My own personal poo-poo. Huzzah! It's so bad. The name is Poo-Poo. Meanwhile, elsewhere at Thavnair. Okay. Oh, is that it? Is that completely it for the new Hildy stuff? Is there still like a chapter that we're not at yet? I somehow thought that the most recent Hildibrand was like the finishing of this chapter. Of this expansion, but maybe not. Oh. Lord Van Hoody, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugay set an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. Okay. That blithering dolt. What did they... Maybe this isn't a friend that Poo-Poo is looking for. Maybe he's like chasing a criminal or something. Because this Van Hoody does seem like a very bad dude. But apparently is the merchant who found the alien who crashed here. And this alien seems to be helping him, so... matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. I don't know who this other alien is we're looking for now. Either it's a friend of Poo-Poo's, but he's being, like, misused, or it's, like, totally not a good alien, and he's helping this dude do a bunch of corrupt stuff. Oh, we are done. Okay, so there's a whole nother chapter of Hildy that I didn't know about that's still to come. I wonder if that'll show up during part 2, 655. Because I suspect that'll be the last big thing before 7.0, but maybe there'll be something that releases like Hildibrand and a couple of little things in between. Have they said when the next chunk of Hildy, the final, I'm guessing, chunk of Hildy will show up in this storyline? Or maybe there's more to it. I mean, a lot of the relics have more than 3 steps, but I just kind of figured this would only have like 3 or 4. Maybe there's a lot more to come of this storyline. Who knows? Oh, by the by, I managed to get my gunbreaker up to 90 yesterday, just doing roulettes and stuff. Now I need to work on warrior so I can get rid of like all my old tank stuff, so I don't have to have it in my inventory. Just focus on having like one major set and, you know, a few weapons, but one major set for tanks. So I'm going to be working on like leveling up my warrior through roulettes and frontline and stuff like that, probably for the next week or 2 to get him up all the way, if I'm not trying to go at too aggressive of a pace. From then on, it's, I don't know, I still need to bump my blue mage up another 10 levels now that that's available. I'd prefer to speed level that, but I don't know where the new speed leveling area for blue mages is. If the last one was goblins on the beach, and those goblins were like level 71? Those goblins were like 70 or 71, so the new speed leveling place would be a place where you find enemies that are like 80 or 81, I suspect. That'd probably be your new speed leveling area. Like enemies that are just around or slightly above the level you're trying to get to as blue mage. I don't know where that is. I'm sure someone's already figured it out by now, but whatever. Oh, those are my... I didn't even realize they tagged those purple, the ones that you're specializing in. My decent skill. My decent skills raise over time on their own pretty well. I don't really care all that much about them though, so doesn't matter. Completing a spirited reforging, you will receive a Manderville weapon for a paladin. Please ensure you have changed your desired job before speaking with Geralt. Yup. As paladin. Let's finish it up as paladin. I don't actually know that I'll be able to get this new tier of Manderville weapon. It depends on which tombstone they want. If they want the newest tombstones, the comedy or whatever, I don't have enough. But if they're using the old tombstones, I do have enough of those. Though they probably want the newer ones. We'll see. Also, it's great that you're now doing the MSQ Baron. I liked it. I liked it a lot. One thing of note, which is actually quite interesting, is that while everything in this is very Final Fantasy IV, there is a scene, spoiler-free, there is a scene in the MSQ near the end of it that is almost like frame for frame exactly a cutscene from the Final Fantasy IV after years, like, cutscenes that they added to that version of the game, right? They actually do have a moment at the end, which is like almost 1-for-1 the cutscene from Final Fantasy IV After Years. Just, you know, with different characters as different characters. Oh, it's you. And that was a lot of fun. Suppose that bespectacled fop did mention he'd made some kind of breakthrough. Needed to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. This really hasn't taken too long to get through. And I don't have, like, hunt trains set up. I could go and I could, like, turn on the notifications for hunt trains in that server easily enough. But I don't know when the next one's gonna be, so maybe I'll run some roulettes and stuff if anyone's interested in that. Shren, welcome, welcome. Do hope you are prepared for another spot of modest labor. For I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of my family's extraordinary heirloom. As for why Godbrand abandoned his ciphered journals, 'twould seem he desired the greater security afforded by the relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared this knowledge falling into wicked hands bespeaks the destructive potential of what we seek to create. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weaponry's design. It's gonna change the shape, yep. Godbrand understood that individual wielders have different needs and preferences. Zeramis makes me feel like I'm in a Pokemon battle. Oh, the music? Yeah. Yeah, it kinda does. Pikachu, I choose you. I like how close they got Zeramis to FF4. They actually made Zeramis look really similar to FF4. I'm surprised you're that far in the MSQ, too. That's impressive. When you're like, I'm doing the MSQ finally, I figured you were, like, just starting it now. Thus conceived of a method to modify each armament's base qualities. Essential to the process is a new type of oil known as Maxalamanderville. Maxalamanderville? I started a few hours ago, yeah. By subtly adjusting the precise ratio of ingredients for this coating, we can influence the paths of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. More bloody oil. Oil's chief ingredient is once again derived from a meteorite, specifically an achondrite, with amplifying properties. You had a day today, you woke up, your PC wouldn't tell. Fuck, I hate that. I've been having problems with mine where it shuts itself down. Where, like, my monitors will go out and then just suddenly my sound will go out and do that stuttery shit and my PC will just, like, reboot. That's annoying. Why? The motherboard had power, your other stuff had power. But the start button wasn't working. So many out-of-this-world materials, but 'tis unsurprising now that we know the alien origin of Godbrand's weaponsmithing techniques. Alien origin, you say? Little wonder I wasn't familiar with them. As has become customary, I shall prepare the bulk of the necessary resources, as you procure a supply of achondrite. Found a power button on the motherboard itself, pressed it to see if that would do anything, and that turned it on. Okay, so it's just the connection between your power button on the tower and your power on the motherboard. Your actual starter on the motherboard. So that probably just requires, like, a single cable, maybe, to be replaced, or a couple of cables? Oh, aye, and a lovely bloody custom that is. Man of your means, I reckon you could buy a mountain of them space rocks as well. And I would gladly do so, except the merchant in question will accept not less than a specific type of tombstone in trade. As much as it pains me to impose upon Ash further, he is the best equipped to handle that onerous task. This new hairstyle, man, I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with this new hairstyle so far. His improvements call for a drastic reforging, It is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Fine, fine. Shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. You bloody think? Look, I took this job to pay off me drinking debts. Now that I managed that, I got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, overprimped, pretentious ass. Spent a good 2 hours this morning panicking before work trying to get this thing to work. It's not a work PC, but without my PC, I have absolutely nothing to do. Oh god. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed. I fear such festering antagonism will adversely affect our smithing endeavors. Yes, let us resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirits, or several, as circumstances dictate, all at my expense, of course. Free liquor it is. Free liquor, is it? Then you best be bringing your biggest purse. Let's get drunk. Ash, you must join us. If you would be so kind as to secure a table at the Mayhain, I shall be along in short order. Man, I am really liking this Diodoko stuff for my tanks. The hammering continues, Manderville weapons. Unfortunately, I will bet you almost anything the Achondrite requires comedy tomes. Godbird, empty table, Mary's Mayhain. Which unfortunately means I'll need to go back to hunt trains, and it's probably going to take me at least 2 weeks to get that. No, probably more. You only get about 400 of them a week. Yeah, it'll probably take me like 3 or 4 weeks. Because I only have a few hundred, I think. I got tired of farming them. Oh, a splendid night for spirituous beverages. Oh god. You sure about this then, are ya? I'm a mighty thirst, and it'll not be slaked by the cheap stuff. What of you, Ash? Will you be following Master Geralt's fine example? Bring on the high-class brews. Actually, I friggin' hate beer. It's disgusting. But whatever. Well, then I shall order us all the same to start. Well, we've actually been getting quite a few cutscenes of Mary's Mayhain during the whole of 6.0. Like, a lot of them. Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy. To your health, my friends. The hell? Right, no point beating around the bush. I've hated your guts for a good long while now. Ah, so even my insides offend you? Why might that be? Because for a proper artisan, devotion to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you're off found in a consortium of building some fool's playground for fleecing the masses. You're a bloody merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient? Then, yet our works require not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process? With that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have otherwise afforded. Is it not true that you craft kettles as a means to repay loans, or simply make ends meet? Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery, and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? Booze! We're going to need more booze over here! my one that I've been sipping on, and they've got like 4 each. What really soured me was when you sat your ass on the syndicate. How can you craft art worthwhile with your head buried in political shite? You may be surprised, my participation in Uldar's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. You could keep your bleeding inspiration. I want nothing to do with prissy rule makers of your ilk. Carol. I think we're up to 8 each. You're bloody reasonable arguments. Rissods ain't got a clue what it's like for poor buggers like me. And what have you got against wearing clothes anyway? We're more alike than you realize, Master Geralt. Especially when it comes to the simplicity of our attire. Yeah, Geralt, the guy who's walking around in pants and nothing else. Bemoaning the guy who's walking around in underwear. Barrels. Geralt passed out at like 9. Godbert's got like all the freaking alcohol in the building. It's all clear now. You're the master craftsman. And I'm a sodden failure. Failure! God damn it, Carol. Drunk off his ass. Dude, no. Absolutely not. Get away from me, Geralt. How'd you... bugger, I'm sorry, excuse for Smitty, and that's all that matters. Dude, do not mistake me for the woman you're head over heels for and an idiot about. He seems to be mistaking you for someone else. Perhaps you could offer him a kind word. No. He thinks I'm Rowena. Rowena would never offer him a kind word. Rowena would call him a sniveling disgrace to his profession. Rowena would call him a sniveling disgrace and tell him to sober up. You always give it to me straight. I appreciate that. Rowena would tell him to sober the fuck up and pay off his debts already. Right, I'm done weeping into me cups. I'll fix up them weapons and to hells with the money. I'll do it for me own damn sense of pride. Yeah, no, I don't know. I might go back to the other hairstyle. Like, I love the side of this hairstyle. I love the braids and the feathers and things like that that are in it. But everything he's got, like, going on up top, I am not a big fan of. It seems Master Geralt has overcome his aversion to our partnership. Splendid! Although I never would have guessed carrot juice could be so intoxicating. This carrot juice. Yeah, like all this weird, feathery, wavy hair crap he's got going up on top, I'm not a big fan of. I was concerned for our good smith's health, you see, and had Miliel switch his spirits to something less potent several rounds ago. Mayhane's liquors are sublime, but too much can wreak havoc on a man's constitution. He says with a barrel and 50 bottles in front of him. There was a time when I, too, devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, running a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Monetary woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt his purity of purpose. And on that note, let us return to our appointed acquisitions. We shall require 3 chunks of the aforementioned chondrite as soon as you're able. I will say it's certainly higher quality than my, like, base hair that I picked at the beginning. It definitely looks better quality-wise. I just don't like the look of the hairstyle itself. Well, I half and half like the look of the hairstyle itself. So Amplifying Chondrite can be bought from Jabruna. Yep, I know. They always can. Yeah, I love the braids. I love the braids and the feathers. But all this wavy shit he's got going up on top, I'm not a huge fan of. Like, where the part is and how it's all feathery and shit like that is weird to me. Oh well. Maybe I'll just switch back to the other one. The other one is simple. The other one is not as interesting. But I also don't have any problems with any particular part of it. Oh. Oh. I do have enough. The Chondrite is only... That's interesting. Why is it using that tombstone? I would have thought the most recent Manderville weapon upgrade would use the newest tombstone. Huh. Wind up poo-poo. Alright, so I can actually do it. I need to take these weapons off, though. I believe. They normally can't upgrade them if you have them equipped. Make another Manderville. No, I don't want to make another Manderville. The next Mander level. Yeah, I need to have them in my inventory, which means I think I need to switch off of Paladin because I don't have anything to replace them with. Let me switch back to Machinist so I can take these out. In order to accept the please ensure the Manderville revolver. Wait, do I have to be Paladin? This is stupid. This is getting stupid. This is getting dumb. If you have to be the class that you're getting the weapon for, but they refuse to take the weapons from your equipment or armory, which means you have to make a shitty sword or buy a shitty sword, I think. Because that's what it looks like. Can't. One or more items is missing, obviously. This is dumb. Like, if you have to be the class and you have to have the items in your inventory not equipped, then that is the dumbest series of decisions they can make. Like, let's force them to buy a shitty weapon every time they want to upgrade their Manderville one. That's stupid. They should be able to just take it from your person, from, like, your equipment, and then put it back on you when they're done. Put the next one on you. I don't understand how that could be so hard to program that way. To be able to take it from your currently equipped and replace that with the next tier. Doesn't seem like it should be that hard. Token exchange. There is no just basic... There's no basic fucking merchant here. Such a pain in the ass. Back to Limsa. To buy myself the cheapest sword I can find. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but it doesn't seem like they were willing to take it from me. Battlecraft. No. That's not weapon, that's gear. All gear. Where's the weapons? I don't even remember because I barely ever do this. Fuck it, I'll just buy the cheapest weapon I can find here. Fuck that. Look at that markup. Like, I could easily afford that, but screw that. That bullshit markup, like 7,000. Battlecraft supplier. Arms. Look at that. It sells for 63 and people are putting it on the market for like 7,000. Such garbage. Let me go ahead and drop this in my armory chest so I can switch back to paladin. This is fucking tedious, is what this is. With a basic sword, pull this out. Back 2 rods at Han. Whoops. I always forget, the very first thing they escape out of when you hit escape is your return, as opposed to any of the fucking interfaces that are up. Back down here. I've already received the amazing Manderville sword, the amazing Manderville, yeah. Okay, talk to Geralt. Yeah, the furnace has me all sobered up. Let's have them special rocks then. Okay, so I was missing a step, but I still don't think they can take them from your equipped items. Because that's been a problem before. But I may have been able to do this by just equipping a different class and taking the weapons off rather than buying the sword. Maybe. I don't know. I reckon that's enough. There's one thing, other thing's been bothering me. Was Rowena there at the Mayhang? Rightly remember. Ah, forget it. Let's get his lordship over here before I lose my will to forge. Now for the finishing touch. The Maxella Manderville oil. Before we can finalize the mixture, however, you must tell us how you wish your weaponry to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's various qualities. So think carefully ere you give your answer. Adjust? Sure. Why not? Oh my god. That's impressive. 3 attributes. The third attribute will be set to a lower value. I mean, tenacity to a degree on a tank, but really, they don't want you wasting a bunch of time on tenacity as a tank. Even at this point, they don't. Determination, probably. Or even crit hit. Crit rate hit. Determination, and then tenacity. I'll do it that way. Give myself better damage. Or should I take tenacity at tier 2 so it has the same boost and then put determination lower? Let's do that. I guess that's probably too much tenacity. I don't think they're really buffing a shit ton of tenacity on tanks currently, but I'm not planning on doing super end game tier stuff anyway, so this doesn't matter. So in that case, I'll just go with determination. There we go. Understood. Your wish is our command. Oh, it's glowy. I didn't realize it would be glowy. Ooh. And 'tis done. Behold the result of undying devotion to craft and excellence. Actually, I think I had seen that it was glowy at some point, and I just forgot. Because I thought about the way weapons go, right? The weapons go like basic look, glowy of the same look. New basic look, new glowy of that look. New basic look, new glowy of that look. Right? Majestic Mandeville sword and a majestic Mandeville shield. I like the blue. I do like the dark blue on it. Had you not so bravely confessed your grievances that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Well, my memories are might fuzzy on that score, but I'll take my victories where I can get them. As always, Ash, should you wish to enhance other Mandeville weapons in your possession, you need only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. No, Godbert, though it shames me to admit, the expertise necessary to manufacture the Maxella Mandeville oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Don't look at me. If I could mix magic potions, I'd have grown me hair back long ago. I'm aware it would prove an insurmountable feat for you as well, which is why I've employed a master alchemist. Another dude in his boxers? Oh no, not quite. You're wearing too many clothes, dude. Bloody odd taste in clothes, but at least he's wearing some. The newest addition to House Mandeville retinue will assist with further augmentations and oversee the preparation of the oil. He'll also be available to readjust your weapon's properties should you but bring him the required quantity of a chondrite. So you do have to go and waste 1,500 tomestones to get more of the chondrite if you want to reconfigure your weapon's stats, which sucks, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. It's been a monumental step forward, my friends. Yet one stage remains, the Mandeville weaponry's evolution can be considered complete. I knew you was leading up to that. Let me guess, we're to sit here in breathless bleeding anticipation while you sort out what comes next. Precisely. Preparing the process is like to be a lengthy endeavor, so I do suggest you continue breathing. Final step is upon us, Ash. Pray indulge this ambition of mine one last time. Okay, so there is only 4 stages to this, and that's going to be the last of the Hildibrand quest. That'll be the final stage, undoubtedly. Readjustments are available from House Mandeville Alchemist, High Crucible. Collect a single required chunk. Okay, so you only need 1 chunk to change your stats. That's good. I think that's good, actually. That's a good position there. Is like, you only need 1 chunk if you want to change your stats. Alchemist can readjust your ammo, weapons manually. Happy with your armaments, blah, blah, blah. I'm good. Now then. $630. And this is garbage. Descent it. $645 is what these weapons are. That's interesting. 640, 640. Yeah, I still got some stuff on my tank that's at 625. That's okay. My healer should have like the highest eye level. I really should have made the Sage one for the Mandeville as well. I don't know why I went with Dancer and not Sage. I think it's because I could only make the first tier of Mandeville, and that wasn't like an increase in eye level anyway, so I didn't bother with my Sage. That is a nice glow. I like that glow. I don't really like how bulky and crazy the sword looks, but I like the glow. And the sword's not the worst thing ever, it's okay. Alright. What have I not done in, like, forever? I need to gather more tomestones so I can do more Mandeville weapons eventually, but I don't care at the moment. Mandeville replicas. Oh, I do have the Mandeville Mill Preves. And I have the Amazing Mill Preves. I should have a tier 2 for my Sage then. Did I just not have them equipped because they're not very good? I do have the tier 2 for my Sage. Oh, I did get them. They just weren't higher eye level, so I didn't have them equipped is all. Yeah, the Diadocos were higher eye level. Okay. Well, the newest Manderville Millpreeves should be better. I hate Millpreeves. I hate the design of them, so that's unfortunate that the Manderville weapon had to be Millpreeves. Like, I hate the stupid little 4 things on your back like that in a circle. I like when they hang to the side or they hang down like the wings. What have I not done in forever? You know what I've not done in forever is check out my island. Like, when I go to my island sanctuary, it should be covered in cobwebs, is what should be happening here. We'll see. There's whole new tiers of island sanctuary to do as well, so. Moraby. Do I have them? The Hagnea, yeah. How's my island been? Like, untouched for a very long time. That's how it's been, but still. So I've got another 4 levels I could gain here. Wait, what do you have for me? Ideal merit. Oh, I never did do that. I should go ahead and do that today then. Well timing. I just received word from the determined digger who has asked for assistance in the mountain hollow. Likely a tromp across the wilderness to oblige it. I thought you might, because that's what you do. So these have a new... No, these don't have a new upgrade. Okay. What about the workshop? Do I have a week's worth of stuff in here somewhere? No, I don't. Too bad. I'm just gonna set up a basic schedule right now. I'm not gonna bother setting up a huge one. I'll just set up basic, like, potion and fire sand, because those are so simple, and I have everything I need for them right now. Maybe I'll check it later and set one up for tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I might come back later and set up the big list for the week. Foraging. Oh, I've been collecting from the caverns a lot. Okay. I mean, what do I not have much of? Not the gathering log. Inventory. What am I low on? Cotton. I'm always low on cotton. And tin. Alyssum, but you don't need much alyssum. Pretty much a sap. I'm always really low on cotton and tin. So I'll just do that for now. Fatal Falls, I think? No. Is it the mountain? No. Where the hell is the tin? I could swear you could get tin sand. Maybe not. Oh. So I've been collecting it myself all the time. That's why I'm always low on it, because I only grab what I need for, like, the next... Oh, there's tin sand. Okay, it is on the Fatal Falls. Good, you can get it that way. That would have been annoying if you couldn't, honestly. These are all probably way backed up at this point. Like, he probably doesn't have food, does he? Yeah, he doesn't have feed. Wait, why doesn't he have feed? That doesn't make sense. There's nothing in the inventory and he doesn't have feed. That makes no sense. Does that mean they were using up my feed while I was away, unsubbed from the game, but they weren't collecting anything from them? Because that's stupid. Why are these ones not entrusted to the gardeners either? Did all of that just, like, turn off as soon as I unsubbed? All of it just deactivated or something? Because that's weird. Mulberry. More paprika. More tomatoes. More beets. More of all this stuff. Luckily, it already has it auto-selected to what was in the field beforehand. That's good. So they've got a lot of it left over, too. Maybe I should raise this up. Maybe that's part of the problem. Yep, there we go. A little better. Runner beans. Eggplant. Zucchini. Cabbage. Do we want pumpkin? I guess we do, because it's the only one they'll let me have. I'll just leave it as is for now. Yeah, they have no yield whatsoever. So did they not use up my food? Is that what's going on here? Did they not even bother to use up my food? Okay, yeah, they didn't use up my food, but they also weren't collecting while I was unsubbed. It's annoying, but whatever. I mean, it makes sense they wouldn't collect when you're unsubbed. It also makes sense they don't use up your limited items while you're unsubbed. But the fact that it, like, reset everything when I unsubbed to where, like, none of this is automated anymore is a little annoying. I don't want to have to entrust to retainers over and over and over again, or caretakers, every time I unsub. It is nice once you get your island up to the point where automation is possible that most of the island can really be handled almost entirely automated. You usually have to come back like once a week once you figure out what like the big sellers, or use Discord or whatever to figure out what the big sellers for that week are going to be, and then you have to set up your full workshop for the week, which takes a little time and is a little annoying, but doesn't take too long. Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so to set up your entire workshop for the whole week, and then like look at anything you're still low on and like run around the island and collect a handful of things really quick. But really most of it automates itself at that point. Let me go ahead and do this while I'm here too. Contact from Mistress Tataru. Been the most regrettable overbooking, and our guests are soon to arrive. Oh dear, oh dear, oh god. They both of them booked at the same time, so now they're both gonna be here. Great. Parties from both Ishgard and Limsa will be here at any moment. Quickly, you must go and welcome them at the Western Inlet. Be sure not to play favorites. Oh my god, it figures that these two guys booked at the same time. Only fitting. God, it's getting very hot in my room. I hope my computer doesn't friggin' overheat. It's been lovely to see you as always. Trust we find you well. My techwear stuff is way out of place here, but whatever. Oh my god. That's right, old boy. Might I say how delighted I am to finally partake in the luscious fruits of your labor. Planning to partake of some sand and seashells while you're down there licking his boots. Quite the spit of land you got here, Ash. Hope you ain't running yourself too ragged with its upkeep. No, actually, the mammoths take care of most of the weekly stuff. Captain Newfield was saying he could happily spend the rest of his days in a place like this, so I thought I'd come and take a look myself. Yeah, this outfit's way out of place. Poor Onawa here was left to man the proverbial fort all on his own whilst I attended to my duties with the Ilsabard contingent. So what better way to repay his dedication than with a refreshing oceanside excursion, thought I. Just sharing a pint or three with my most trusted Lamenting contacts, it became clear that our destination must be none other than a touring ground of legendary repute, the capital of free enterprise and fluffy sheep. To wit, your glorious island. That was a long roundabout way to say you want to come here. Legendary is what we aim for. Nothing says free enterprise like free labor. Did I say that out loud? Sheep here are quite fluffy. The sheep here are quite fluffy. I love this pouring rain when they arrive. It's like, we're going to a beautiful island paradise, and it's just pouring rain. Cutscene. Well, in any case, it doesn't surprise me that your settlement is the talk of the town. Especially since it was named as an ample example of pioneering excellence during the midterm review of Melville's pet project. And with Storm Marshal Slafferson personal and glowing endorsement, no less. Oh boy. So, how could I, seeker of luxuries near and far, possibly forego the opportunity to visit? Indeed, I have come to turn up my cuffs and have the grand tour from sea to shining sea. Wouldn't have anything to turn up if you didn't insist on such ridiculous dress in the first place. Just looking at you is enough to give a man a sunstroke. This, I'll have you know, is the latest in Ishgardian travel fashion, and it was designed by the most talented of Sky Steel manufactory artisans. It is both durable and stain-resistant. Most importantly, I cut a rather dashing figure in it. But my lord, were you not just lamenting the heat on the boat ride over? Well, yes. But that was rather different, Onawa. That was a conversational remark upon the weather, which so happens to be rather warmish. But why am I being lectured about fashion by the criminally ragged? Just get a room already, guys. Is that what one wears to a summer home of a bosom compatriot? What does that outfit proclaim, pray tell, but vagrancy, indolence, and body odor? Using me of odor? That's rich coming from a perfume popinjay. So long as my clothes are clean, I wear them. Simple as that. And you wonder why piracy is dead. Onawa, fetch me my spares from the valise, would you? And the spares as well. Of course, my lord. Right away. Pardon us, my stilettos. May take a moment. God. Idiots. Now this is the proper way to summer. Yeah, that's about right. I love the pose. This stupid pose with his hand on his hip and his head in the air. So bad. There, you had your fun. Happy. Let's get on with this tour already. You might be so bold, Mistress Tataru. I heard that you submitted a comprehensive report detailing your intentions for the island when the petitioning for its acquisition. The tour of this island's facilities would no doubt prove educational. I should rather like to see your guidance regarding the composition of official documents. That might better assist Lord Manlan in his various endeavors. My honor, I would be delighted. Grandmaster Tataru shall teach you everything you need to know about collation and persuasion. Collation and persuasion. Go on ahead and show Lord of Madeline and Sickert around, Ash. We'll catch up in due time. I do like this outfit, but it's so out of place here. Smashing, I can hardly wait. And since we're all gussied up, what do you say to a little primping of your own, hmm? Not to say you aren't already a very image of perfection, of course. I've already got my own, like, bathing suit outfit, dude, but okay, fine. Dress up together, so why not match his island attire with a relaxing outfit of your own? That will not be required of you during this quest. Oh, so they actually want me to use my own outfit. Interesting. Although it's just pouring rain though, dude. There we go. I can hide this too. Like, it'd be better to do this when the sun's out, but whatever. I can't guarantee I'll be streaming when the sun's out. Dressed and ready. Proceed wearing your currently equipped gear, yep. As I thought, you look marvelous, old chap. Now then, take us to your castle. Or your manor, or whatever it is you oversee all your tropical particulars. Accompany you, keep them at your side, and leave the quest command, blah 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 blah. Yes, escort mission. I know. Did you... Let me get another drink of water. Didn't you know? We Forton boys are regular experts in the old kick and float. Weather in Kurthis was still rather fair when I was a youngling. The family would go down to Clearwater Lake in the summer. Initially we were there to hunt or track or fulfill some other undoubtedly crucial milestone of young nobility, but mostly we spent our time splashing about. Oh, if you could have seen Orshafont, he quite liked it, swimming. Anyway, this is all to say that I'm quite possibly the most buoyant member of the high houses that you're likely to meet. Did I ever tell you about the time I took a dip in the Goblet's night pool? Glorious. Such an idiot. See, then. Suppose some folk enjoy it, but jumping into the drink on purpose ain't never struck me as diverting. Watching other folk get tossed in, on the other hand, that can make for a mighty good laugh. We see it all the time from the Astalisha. Blokes getting slugged off the pier in a fight, drunk stepping straightways into the brine. No one's even saw that Edelweiss rogue faffing about like a harbor herring, gurgling apologies over a stolen sandwich. Endless entertainment, I tell ya. Gurgling apologies, like, over a stolen sandwich. Yup, makes sense. Yes, Perrin, yes, in fact, she did. I don't really like the new outfit all that much. Yeah, like, the weapon I'm okay with. The glowy cool weapon looks alright, but the outfit kind of looks stupid. It's like, don't do that. Don't give up your cool Reaper, your cool Bloodborne outfit for this, like, garbage 30-something level recolored nonsense. Oh no, this is right impressive. Far cry from the shipwreck lean-to I was half expecting. Anyway, you built this all yourself? I'd say. Sounds like the makings of a mighty fine crew. As fine as any captain could hope for. So then, Captain Ash, we've seen your cabin, but how's the rest of the ship? Eh? Take us to your crow's nest. Show us the view. Hey. Yes, I can. Good. You. Let's make them spread out a little. Is it me, or is they're getting a bit thin? Too much for your delicate sensibilities? It's not too late to turn back and join Honor and Tataru. Mayhap you'll finally learn your letters. How terribly funny of you. It so happens that I'm already quite proficient at penning persuasive prose. More so even than my erudite older brother, so ha! Say, Ainzar didn't make you drag Captain Hilfier all this way, did he? My fists will be having words with his face if he's pushing the captain too hard. Such tender words for such distant comrades. Are you not moved by my present struggle as I push the bounds of reasonable physicality for the sake of your proverbial crow's nest? What do you expect you're in for? Luxurious litter ride? Ash is a businessman, not a miracle worker. Is it only up, up, up? No, it looks like there's a bit out. Oh no, that's the one that we did before. Okay, back down on the beach. Well, I confess that traversing steep inclines is not generally an activity I favor. I am invigorated by the verdant aroma embracing ocean air. Traces of stale rum wafting from an unnamed party notwithstanding. You having a go, you flowery fop? Come here and I'll plug your nose for good. As if I would stoop to your level. On second thought, you do contribute to the overall rusticity of the scene. Fetching. Hold on. Got a rock in my sandal. Reckon I should have changed into my boots for this climb. Really? Boots with those trousers? What would the other pirates think? I don't give half a rat's what arse what they'd think. And I meant I'd change my whole outfit anyway. That's the big one, I think. So this one first. Unblemished horizon, wherever you turn. South of here. Oh, I know. The southern continent. Where? Where? Don't be thick. You can't see it from here. That's part of what makes it worth sailing for. We've reached the pinnacle, haven't we? Excellent. Well done. One climb down, 99 to go. Look lively now. Surely you jest. Oh, Ash. I fear this villain intends to commandeer my tropical retreat in this dreadful name of exercise. Well, it's just been pouring rain and horrible looking this entire time. Like, yeah, that's the kind of retreat they deserve. Now this is a view. When you hear the words island settlement, you expect little more than a square of dirt with a tent for good measure. Never been more pleased to be proven wrong. This quest was very sunny and nice. Yeah, well, this is what Sigurd and Amandaline get with me. See what Captain Hilfier meant. You got the British experience instead. Yep. Island Sanctuary Getaway. Pouring rain and fucking overcast. Island like this one would be a right good place to retire. I curse you with Britain. Oh, I'm still loving and hating this new hairstyle, man. I really wish the top didn't have to be so floofy. Supposing that day does arrive, England exists. That make you the real captain of the bloody executioners? Because I'm no real captain as I am now. Tell me something I don't know. And yet you chose me. Show the others what it means to be a new breed of pirate. Easier said than done. I reckon I shouldn't whinge about the burdens of inheritance to the son of Ishgardian nobility. Second son, meaning my choices in life divide evenly between garnering the approval of my elder brother, that I might subsist upon his generosity, or setting out into the world to achieve something worth bragging about at dinner parties. Naturally, I have no intention of parking myself upon dear Artuel's hearth until the throes of time take me. No, I await the ideal marriage of acquaintance and opportunity. Shall continue expanding my range of resources in the meantime. Dude, Sickard seemed pretty well acquainted. Why not team up with the Pirate Man in a new, like, merchant endeavor? Meaning there's opportunity to be had? Joining hands with a pirate. Not just any pirate, one tasked with reformation of piracy itself. As I dare say I'm beginning to see it. Hey, if he just waits until 7.0, a Manolin can go Corsair, and then he could really join up with the pirates. You and your motley crew would ship the woodlands, and what's-its, which I, your fearless leader, would acquire via my extensive social network. We would revolutionize commerce, or what have you. A bloody bleak future, if you ask me. I'd be the leader of nothing at all. That part's non-negotiable. But, you know, go-to merchant for one of the great houses of Ishgard is not a bad way to make a buck. But enough of that. No sense in gabbing on about tomorrow when we're in paradise today. When we're in paradise today! Just fucking torrential downpour. No sense whining about tomorrow when we're in this wonderful, beautiful paradise monsoon today. Sure, on, Tataru will be joining us shortly. I have it on good authority that there's only so much textual information a brain can hold before it starts to melt. Shall we continue our exploration, or would you rather bask in the tropical ambience? Why choose one when you can do both? What the hell? Is this like the shitty 9mm reel that we put together to promote my island for this endeavor of theirs? Oh god! Don't let the Warrior of Light play volleyball. He's already proven time and again in the Hildibrand quest that he is dangerous. Also, I've friggin' loved in the latest Hildibrand quest, Nashu does the setup and I do the dunk. Dangerously good at sports, yeah. I love Nashu's little, like, off the rim, and then the Warrior of Light just grabs it and fucking dunks it into Luge's mouth. It's like, what is with all this sudden sports fluff on the Warrior of Light in the Hildibrand? You get so much more, like, personality and characterization from the Warrior of Light out of Hildibrand stuff than you do the MSQ. Fucking dunk, yep. Yep, that's right, guys. I totally bombed the shit out of the rocks opening up this cave. I wouldn't worry about it, dude. Most of the wildlife on my island sanctuary is pretty docile. Yeah, I was definitely right switching to this outfit before they did this whole cutscene. I wonder who we get to visit at 20. Because I'm... Like, I did all the stuff to get up to 16, but I wanted to save the actual big event with, like, a Manolin and Sickard and cutscenes and stuff like that for a stream, and I never got around to it before I unsubbed. So, I'm doing this now, but I have a whole nother 4 levels of this to go through at some point. Switch to your summer outfit as well for it, yeah. I like mine. It's mostly summer sunset stuff, I think. So it's mostly like Moonfire Fair stuff from, I think, last year's Moonfire Fair. I remember the last time I felt so refreshed. The others are just gathering their things. They should be here any moment now. Uses a mix of older Moonfire Fair stuff and island bits, yeah. Which seemed appropriate, yes it does. Apologies for the wait. All accoutrements are accounted for, and we're ready to set sail. Was it everything you hoped with the monsoon season? What I love is that it didn't change the weather to torrential rain until just before I did this quest, and it's been consistent throughout this entire quest. Like, weather changes pretty consistently throughout the Island Sanctuary, because they're constantly trying to hit, like, each of the types of weather you can have every day, so you can have a chance at a lot of the unique critters that you can catch, right? But this rain's just going and going and going. Everything and more, old boy. Everything and more. Actually, given that Amanolin's here, he's from Ishgard, he probably brought this weather with him. Been to my island since the patch, it's been raining, god. He's our British elf man, he probably brought the rain with him. As soon as he leaves, watch the sun come out. Cultivated a perfect balance between civilization and nature here. The city doesn't offer this sort of refreshing diversion, and the wilderness is woefully lacking in refreshments. Fine island indeed. Yes, I shall brag about it most vigorously upon my return. My lord. Oh yes, you're quite right, Onawa. I almost forgot. A gift, in thanks of your hospitality. Isn't much, just an outfit similar to mine own. Oh my god, do I get this weird steampunk overcoat thing he's got? Because I might find a use for that. A premier adventurer must have the best in traveling fashion after all. Actually, that would make sense. Everything about the 12 to 16 gap was about steampunking the shit out of your island. So that makes perfect sense. I wonder what the 20 gap is. Shame I can't use the hat! Oh well. I wonder what the storyline for the 20 gap on your island is. Because I don't know, everything about the 16 gap was steampunking everything up. But it doesn't look like you can develop your workshops or your granaries up to a new level with 20. So maybe it's just sort of like a stopgap and there's no real big theme to it. You've done a really good job here, Ash. Keep up the good work. I understand the appeal of having nothing but the lapping waves for company. But give us a call if you're ever feeling lonely, eh? Bloody executioners are always happy for an excuse to make merry. And we bring our own ale to boot. Really? Not your own rum? What kind of pirates are you? Now that's a party I expect an invitation to. Till next time, Ash. Bye-bye. Check out my new steampunk glam. Steampunk Dandy. Literally, that ought to be the name of the glam. Steampunk Dandy. Baronial. Hey! There you go, Baron. It is the perfect glam for you, and they still won't let you use the hat. Oh, nice gloves. Oh, wait, is that a finger glove, though? Not so much. I'm not in love with that one finger cuff thing, but it's not too bad. boots are interesting. I won't say they're great, but they're interesting. That whole, like, leather over brass. It's like a brass work boot underneath with, like, leather stitched and riveted on top. Very steampunk. I don't know that I love them. That weird droopy side on the leather. Notice the 13th Kingdom was called Baron in the memory. Yeah. That was absolutely a Final Fantasy IV thing. Right? For Final Fantasy IV, you started the game as a Dark Knight who was a knight in the Kingdom of Baron. Oh, I like these. I don't know. I might like these to be a little longer for me. I don't know about, like, the jorts thing going on here, but I like the design a lot. So the memory you were reliving, I guess, was, like, seeing the fall of Baron. I don't remember if it actually fell in 4. There was a whole bunch of stuff to do with Baron. I think it did eventually fall in actual 4. Ooh, that top is not bad. You need long boots for them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Since I'm not a huge fan of the, like, riveted, droopy leather over the side of the boots, I think I'll probably forego these boots in most of my glams and put, like, long boots on if I use these pants. I might use the boots in something, though. Where you're whining about if only I could use the hat, I don't think I'll use this hat. I mean, it's very steampunk. If I go to, like, a steampunk night at a club or something, then I'll probably use this hat. But otherwise, for my general use glams, I don't think I'll ever use this hat. Look, I'm British. Yeah. So the big top hat thing, it's like, yeah, you're British. The big top hat thing is something you need. If you provide me with a top hat, I will want it. Exactly. Alright, I could probably do a little more on my island. I don't know that there's a ton I can do. I probably need to level up a couple of times, and I also probably need to gather a bunch of resources for the next expansion. Change the appearance, change this, change that. Nope. None of that. Manage hideaway. Review. Perform renovations. Cannot perform renovations on this building at this time. Yeah. So all of my granaries and workshops and stuff are still at their max level, it looks like. It doesn't seem like there's another tier for them on the 20 gap, but maybe I just need to level up the island a few more times before they'll talk to me about leveling these up to rank 5. But I didn't hear anything about a rank 5 either, though I haven't been paying a ton of attention to the game currently while I've been unsubbed. Where's the, Speak with the determined digger, who is, I think he's supposed to be out in the mine. I think he's supposed to be in the caves, is what the felicitous furball was saying to me. I should probably turn back on the hunt trains and the island sanctuary stuff while I have this sub going for October. I'm sure I won't make enough to make my island all the way up to 20 in like 3.5 weeks, but I could make some good progress on that at least. And hunt trains, because I want to do more of the Manderville stuff, and the Manderville stuff only costs the infinite tomestones. It doesn't cost the weekly cap tomestones. So I could just run like 1,000 hunt trains in a week. Especially right now with all the new people in, I'm guessing there's a lot of hunt trains going on right now. So there's probably a good like 7 or 8 of them every day or more. Hello. Wonderful news. I was just performing a thorough investigation of the cave for possible exits, or rocks. And what should I spy but Spriggans scuttling about with crystals the size of me? Thought I knew every nook and cranny of this island. But such a discovery is proof of hidden possibility. Oh, could we actually expand the cave to be even deeper or something? Must be another cavern somewhere. Passageway that leads far, far away from here, and to a vast deposit of crystals. That's right. Further riches might be yours. Oh, great. Another expansion. Another cavern. Like, as they try to build up the island more, they just keep having to go, like, deeper and deeper into it. Since they've got limited land mass to work with, and we've already got, like, the whole place unlocked. They just have to keep going deeper. Eventually, we're gonna unearth a Balrog. Do you want to do that? This is particularly suspicious. We must delve deeper. Exactly. Do you want Balrogs? Because this is how you get Balrogs. Well, I mean, yes, definitely worthy of a further inspection. Rock in this cavern is quite thick. We'll need better tools if we have any hope of busting through that wall to the crystals that lie beyond. Come and find me once you finish making the tools. I'll be waiting here forever if need be. Splendiferous mammoth-sized tools. How are we? Splendiferous mammoth-sized tools are... Bro, I don't have them. Oh, they're up top. Okay. I'm good. It uses mostly stuff that I've got in abundance right now. Cool, so I can get this expansion going right away. Perfect. These tools are perfect. Just say the word and we'll topple this rock before you can shout for liberty! The inner cavern has been opened. The area cannot be returned to its previous state. I don't need it to. I will, Ashan. I will. Stand back and prepare to witness our moment of destiny. I wonder if what they mean by that is like if there's a unique creature in the cave with you right now, you better go try and get it, because maybe it'll disappear when he changes this place. Because otherwise I don't think it matters. Most of the stuff that was already here will probably still be here. It's just going to expand the cave. So obviously they do need to change out the cell, but I expect all the like gathering points will be the same, but there'll just be new ones. As suspected, there are crystals, whole treasure trove of wealth. For you. Yep, for me. No doubt it will prove useful in your endless efforts to development, sir. I, however, must rethink the worth of my own fruitless ambitions. Please excuse me. What the hell is with them? Pterodactyl sometimes appears on top of the mountain after you open the cave, apparently. Oh. Oh, that would be interesting. Vision realized. Vision realized. Big boost to island XP. That's always nice. When they add the new areas and stuff so that you can get the island XP boosts. So what do we gather here? Is it just crystals? Yellow copper ore. What? Yellow copper. What a generic bullshit to come up with for like, oh, we need another ore. What do we call it? Let's call it yellow copper. Island Hawk's Eye. Like, you couldn't come up with another material? They already used a number of different minerals in names just for like weapons and armor. Just use another one. All we're using so far is like copper and iron and I think there was a third one, but I don't remember what it was. Like, how are we not just make it like mithril or adamantium or anything other than yellow copper? Okay. Good enough for that right now. No new tools, no new feed, no new restraints, though we still only have the 3 categories for creatures. That's fine. Oh, I can fly out over the water. Hello there. And there's another cave in here. Oh, but you can't go in. I wonder if you eventually open this up. As long as it wasn't called Unobtainium. Already exists on the island. Okay, we do already have Mithril. Could have gone with something like that, though. Yeah. They could have done Orichalcum or Adamantium, or even just, like, something more normal would have been fine. Obviously not steel, because steel is just coal and iron. It's an alloy, not a mineral. But, like, some other type of mineral that we actually use. Could have been... We already have lead, I think. Copper, tin. We get tin from sand. I don't know if we have a tin ore, but we do get tin. I think we might only have the sand for tin. But, you know, there's a billion other types of, like, minerals they could have gone with. Real and fictional ones. Like, the fact that they just called it yellow copper is so dumb. Vegetation, trees, rocks, minerals, soils, aquatic resources. Display warning. Current next seat. What? Handicrafts material deficit warning. Okay, yeah. Allotted item export settings. No idea what that means. Permit the following entry. Yeah, all my friends and free company members and all them can come visit my island. So you guys can come hang out on my island anytime you want. There's nothing all that special here. Because I do the bare minimum that I need to do to level the island up. I haven't, like, dressed it up or put down any, decorations or anything. Anyway, I should be fine. I only did a handful of potions and fire sand for today just to have something going today, and I have more than enough resources for all of that, so that's not a problem. When I put up the rest of the week, that'll sort of determine whether I need to go farming at all. Boop. Felicitous Furball, do you have anything new for me? Or is it not till I tear up a little bit? That's the determined digger that told me all. To think a cavern replete with gleaming, glittering crystals was right under our noses. Such a precious resource could be used any number of ways, like making this cozy cabin a touch cozier for your mammoths. Give it some thought, won't you? Oh, are we gonna get a rank increase for the cozy cabin at some point? Oh, we have one. Wait. Was this from the last one? And I just didn't do it because the cozy cabin doesn't provide any benefit? Or is this new to 6.5? That's from the last one. You didn't do it. Okay, cozy cabin 4 is from the last one. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it now because I'm replete with resources. I was using, like, all the resources I could be bothered to even get on my island each week to, like, level up the things that provided for me. Alright, like workshops and granaries. Because I think with every renovation, the granary gives you more of every item that it gathers for you, and the workshops give you more calories. Yeah, I like this one. This looks good. This is a nice development to the cozy cabin. I like it. I wonder if I get a new renovation for the cozy cabin at some point in the 20 gap. I wouldn't want to change its appearance. This one's nice. Exports, export materials, anything I have that's over like 250 I usually bulk ship. Rare materials, I'm good. Produce, I'm good. I usually turn that into food anyway. These feathers and furs and things like that, I can ship some of these out. I'm like over abundant in all of this for some reason. Bed is upstairs rather than right next to the shop. Seafarer calories. I've got like all of these at this point. Only the new stuff for this season, I think, will be new to me. Oh no, Vicarious Vacationer. Although that might be new. This is Furball Umbrella, Tactful Taskmaster Umbrella I got too. The Colorful Carrot Sol I don't have yet. I have so many calories at this point, I can just like blow them on this stuff. Got the Pixie Wings, the Modern Aesthetics. Got all the Orchestrions. It's new. You can tell by selecting that thing at the top. Oh, only recently added. Okay, yeah, it's the two things I just bought. I know the only recently added thing exists, but I don't think I've ever really used it in the game, so I always forget about it. Okay, so just those two new things. Vicarious Vacationer and the Colorful Carrot Sol. So what do we got that's new? The Charlemagne automaton was provided to aid in your work on your island sanctuary. An industrious new model that has been programmed to enjoy its vacation as efficiently and effectively as possible to maximize average rest and relaxation amongst your island workforce. So Vicarious Vacationer Minion, a lean, mean, holidaying machine. I like that. Thanks for be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light back from a half-decade-long holiday, Mother Mew. Oh my god. And some of your wind-up pooper minion will bleed you dry of elixirs if you aren't careful. Oh yeah, they did do that! In FF8, I think it is. I think the little alien dudes did, like, steal items from you. Or no, maybe you used items on them. I think you used items on them, like elixirs and stuff, in order to get some benefit out of it. It's created in the likeness of the alien Poo-Poo by Gauntbert Manderville. You had to heal Poo-Poo in FF8. Oh, really? Was that it? I don't remember. Every time I look at him, I just think of the one from Chrono Cross rather than the one from FF8. I have so little experience with it in FF8. It was inspired by the interstellar visitor's exquisite curves. It's programmed to follow you on your adventures and has a curious fondness for elixirs. Hildibrand. God. This should be fine for now. I mostly have the granary collecting things I was really low on because they're used in almost every single craft at the workshop, which is annoying. It is annoying that like every craft at the workshop ends up using some of these basic resources and they just expect you to have like thousands of them. Give them elixirs, you give you a Poo-Poo triple triad card. And I have the workshop set up for today, just doing like potions and fire sand, so I have something going. Or you can murder him for an accelerator. God. Hoofing it. Okay, nothing new from the Felicitous Furball, nothing new elsewhere on the island. At this point, I think I just have to rank the island up a little bit to get some more stuff. And I think we are at about 3 hours. I think I will call it there for today. Finished Hildibrand for this tier. I got my new Manderville weapon. I want to do more hunt trains so I can get even more Manderville weapons. Almost level 17 on your island. Yeah, just that one renovation already knocked me up half a level, so that's good. If I hadn't been working when it came up, I would have been better. Yeah. Yeah, I know everybody when there's new island sanctuary levels, they always do the like weekly build up for it, where like you set up the previous week's workshop, but you don't actually collect the stuff from the workshop at all. You don't touch him for like the entire week. And then you like remove the automation on all of your plants and all of your animals a day or two. I think on plants it's like 3 or 4 days in advance so that you can manually water them and make sure they're all ready to be collected on the day of. And then on animals it's just like 1 day in advance. You remove all the automation on it, and then on the day of, you go and you like collect from your workshop, you manually collect all your plants, you manually collect all your animals, and then you set all the automation back up. Or actually, you set up 2 weeks for the workshop, don't you? Yeah, you set up 2 full weeks for the workshop, and then you never touched the guy again, because you set up, like, the current cycle and the next cycle. Don't use any of the automation except for the granaries. Dude, I use all this automation. I use all the automation, because I can't be bothered taking care of, like, 20 animals and 20 crops every day. I don't want to do that. So I set up all the automation, because it's like 300 calories a week for all the automation. It's like nothing. I don't do the daily. I come to my island like weekly. I come like each week to set up the week's workshop, to go and gather anything I need to gather, and to collect everything that's been building up. Even then, I don't really care too much. Man, this road is a really interesting design. Anyway, yes, I'm going to finish it up here for today. Let me hop over to Twitch. Let's see if, actually, is Luco still going? Yes, actually, Luco is still going and just raided me during my birthday stream because I was going long. You find it relaxing? Yeah, I get that. Occasionally when I've got nothing else to do and I'm just hanging out in voice chat with some friends or whatever, I'll come to the island and just like run around collecting stuff. But not often. Anyway, we are going to hop over and I'll raid Luco this time. So for anyone who gets ditched by Twitch like they love to do, I don't know if that's still a problem these days, but it has been in the past. That's where we're going. We're going to go over to our friend Luco, or Okami, and say hi to her. She's working on the B playthrough of Nier Automata right now. So the 9S playthrough of Nier Automata currently. I think she's at the beginning of it, though. So we'll go say hi to her. And I will probably be back on Sunday or Monday, most likely. We'll see. And maybe with more 14 stuff. If I can find some important stuff that I haven't done in 14 yet that I want to show off on stream, probably. If not, I might start moving into the Dragon's Dogma playthrough, which is slightly changed. It's still going to be solo. It's still going to be fist only, but I'm not going to do it on hard mode. I tried testing some things on hard mode previously, and it's a nightmare trying to do that on hard mode. It's like possible, most likely it is possible, but it's a nightmare trying to do it on hard mode. But I will do a fist only solo run on normal mode in Dragon's Dogma pretty soon. I'll be starting that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.